Morning, everybody. Welcome back. Well, did you see Ken's live the other day? I know it's a lot of other creators have put stuff out too, but I did notice a few things that I want to bring up. Now, in one part of his live, he's talking about Gypsy, Aurora, and his safety. Okay? He's so worried about their safety because their address is out there. Everybody knows where they live. Watch this clip.
I don't fear CPS at all, but I do fear for my safety. I fear for Gypsy's safety, and of course I fear for Aurora's safety. Because our address has been leaked. You know, I've seen it on TikTok, I've seen it on other forums and etc. So yeah, I do worry that one day, any day now, we're gonna get swatted, or a brick's gonna come through my window. And
now, weren't they at some festival or something, telling people to come on down and visit them? Didn't they go to a bar and mention the name of the bar so people would come if they want to see them? The only person that showed up was that weird guy, Stevie. They're so worried about their safety that they tell the public where they go, when they're going, to come down and meet them, take pictures with them if they want. Because they want to look special. They want to look famous. Celebrities. They want people following them down the street saying, can I take a picture? Can I take a picture? Oh, hi, Gypsy. That's what they want. But they're afraid for their safety. Does any of this make sense, guys? Watch this clip for a second.
But it's always going to be the case with this guy, that's all that he's ever going to do. He's never not going to go live. Here's my new challenge. My new challenge for you, Ryan, is this: go live one time without mentioning my name or mentioning Gypsy's name once. Let's see if you can do that. It's been over a year. It's time for you to just move on with your life and get off these coattails you keep riding, and stop mentioning us, and I won't have to come back here and talk about you again.
Now here he's talking about Ryan. Now he says that Ryan doesn't mention anything else on his live but Ken and Gypsy. That's all Ryan talks about. Ken and Gypsy, Ken and Gypsy, Ken and Gypsy. Well, it seems to me that every time Ken goes live, all he talks about is Ryan. Now, I'm not a Ryan lover, you all know that. I'm not a Ken lover, you all know that. And Gypsy, well, that's another story. But why is he so hell-bent on Ryan? And Ryan's so hell-bent on him? Is it just to keep a narrative going that these two don't like each other and that they're fighting over the same evil demon? They're possessed or something. They have to be with her. But why do they keep putting on this she's mine, she's mine, she's mine bullshit? There's something to that, guys. They are trying to push out a story that they think people will be interested in and watch and tune into, because they want to see what's going to happen in the end. They want to see if there's a physical altercation. Is there going to be police called? Is there going to be, I don't know, just some stupid thing. Because they want all of us to watch it. That's all. That's all it's for. They want us to watch it. They don't have Lifetime anymore to do a story narrative for them. So they have to come up with their own. And that's the one they came up with. There is also another video out there. I didn't get a clip of it, but God, who had that? Can't remember who had the clip either, and it was on TikTok. But they said that Ryan was talking about Ken's DRUG use, and Ryan was saying, you there spreading rumors about me all over, YouTube, whatever, and TikTok, and that here you are doing that on screen, the snow stuff. And Ken was saying, oh, I did not do that. I did not do that on live. I did not. He says, I was vaping. I was just vaping. We all know what vaping sounds like. You want to know what vaping sounds like? Where's my vape? Watch. I'll put it just to the side so you can hear it. Did you hear it? Did that sound like vaping? You can barely hear vaping when you're vaping it. You hear indraw. But when you're doing something else through a straw, I got a straw there. I can't do it because I don't know how. I've never done that. But it's like, you know, you're really sniffing it up there through your nose, not your mouth. So, I don't know, Ken. You've lost us on that one because I don't believe it. And then he goes on to talk about CPS. They're worried about CPS. CPS is like hounding them. Now, when I put a video not long ago, the one that Christy actually told me to take down because I mentioned CPS going to their house, and she said it was a lie and I should take that video down, and I said no. Now they are sitting there talking about CPS. Why? Why now are they talking about CPS? And did you notice in the background of his video some moving boxes to the right of him? Well, if you're watching on his way, it's to the right of him. To us, watch, for me right now it's on the left, but you know what I mean. Watch on the side, you'll see moving boxes. They are skipping town. Now, somebody said that they were going to be moving to, oh gosh, where was it? Not Texas. It was somewhere else, but God, I can't remember now. But they were going to be moving, and they're not going to be telling anybody where they're moving to, obviously. But don't they realize, doesn't matter where they go, people are going to find out where they are? I'll give you an example. Carla Homolka, the one with her ex-husband who, you know, did some, you know, schmurder things. Everybody knows where she's at. She's been out of prison for 20 years at least, or more, I'm not sure. But everybody knows where she's at. Everybody knows where her kids go to school. Everybody knows where her husband works. Everybody knows what car she drives. And it's not because they're fans. It's because they want to keep track of a mentally disturbed person who could potentially harm somebody in the community. That's why. And it doesn't matter where Gypsy goes, people will know where she is. So you guys can run all you want. You can go to the other side of the world and we'll still find out where you are. It's not that hard. So your fear for your safety, to me, is a bullshit line. It is really a bullshit line. You are not in fear for your safety whatsoever. Now, Christy and Gypsy have gotten together and put a little site on Facebook where Gypsy is helping Christy to sell paintings. Now, for one, I didn't even know Christy painted. And for two, if you go look at them, these are much, much better, let me tell you. And these are probably commercially printed. My angel at the top there, I love that one. The red-haired angel. But Christie's paintings are like splatters on a canvas, okay? I know a lot of artists do that type of painting, and some people like that abstract style. Not my thing, but you know. Do you think she's going to make a lot of money off that? I think they think that people will buy it because they'll know that Christie's stepmother of Gypsy will buy the painting and say, that painting was made by a schmurderer's stepmother. Oh my God. I don't know. I can't go there, guys. It's just too weird, too funny, and I don't know. Anyway, another thing I got to bring up. Now, Cases Live, where everybody was saying that you could see her message with the $5 donation or whatever it was, like super chat. And I said, yes, I know you can see it. I saw it for a while and I was watching the chat. Then I thought in my head, you know, I'm going to go back and take a picture of that because he didn't answer the question. And when I was scrolling up to look for it, it was gone. And even the person who put that super chat on there said, as soon as he stopped talking about it, it disappeared. That's what I meant about him deleting it. I didn't mean that he didn't see it and he deleted it. No, I meant he saw it. He mentioned something about her picture, her name of her, thing, and said thank you for the $5, and that was it. It was gone. He didn't mention the question. He didn't answer the question. He didn't talk out the question. Nothing. That's what I meant. All right, guys, that's my video for this morning. Please like and subscribe. It helps me in the algorithm. And everything in this video is my thoughts, opinions, and or alleged. Have a great Friday, guys. And I might go live this weekend. We'll see what happens. Bye, guys.